All right, guys. Well, I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to be unboxing my Ubrikkian 9000 landspeeder vehicle. It's made by Stan Solo Creations, who is an amazing um, custom Star Wars figure maker. Chris Smith, who owns Stan Solo Creations, has just done a fantastic job in bringing to life a lot of the Star Wars action figures that weren't released originally. Um, he's made a Bantha creature. He's made more up-to-date Boba Fett action figures. It's just fantastic what he is doing for the collector community. So, without further ado, I'm going to get this guy very carefully open, and we will see what has arrived in the mail. Be so careful. I don't often do these types of things. Unboxing videos. All right, let's see what we got here. Holy crap. Look at that. Ubrikkian 9000. Looks exactly as it would have if it came out in 1977 or 1978. This is a mini rig style vehicle, so in the early 80s, from 1981 to 1984, Kenner made smaller vehicles at a lower price point. I guess for kids who couldn't possibly might not be able to afford a Millennium Falcon vehicle or an AT-AT Walker, and they made these vehicles called mini rigs, which filled the gaps to. The idea was that these vehicles were sort of just off screen, and you could potentially use your imagination as to what they did. But what Stan Solo has done is scour the footage of the original movies and found this vehicle, which sits outside the Mos Eisley Cantina, and he's made it in this incredible. Well, I got to open it, but I mean, look at the box. It's like I went into a toy store in 1978 and got this right off the shelf. Awesome box art, awesome photography. All right, so let's get this open. All right, guys, here is the opened vehicle. It looks absolutely awesome. Um, to give you a sense of scale, I've put my Greedo action figure in there. He's a customized Greedo because he has an orange jumpsuit as opposed to the original green one that he was released with. But as you can see, he's got his little alien creeper hand on the control stick there. Closes right up, and then he even has this little hatch on top. So when he's cruising down the streets of Mos Eisley looking for, um, some fellow aliens to speak to or whatever, he can just peek out the top there. And that closes up like that. And it is absolutely awesome. I'm going to show it on my shelf next to some other mini rig vehicles to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, guys. Well, here we are. Greedo is on the shelf. This is, I guess, my more of my customized figure shelf. So here's Greedo in the land speeder, and then to give you an example of what other mini rigs look like, here's the Cap 2 mini rig that was released by Kenner in 1981, I believe, with a squid head rebel fighter. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, there are now two aliens in the speeder. Um, I can't speak highly enough of Stan Solo Creations, Chris Smith. Whenever he makes something, it's sent through within a reasonable time frame. If it's a pre-order, it takes a bit longer, but that's totally understandable. Other channels have spoken of Chris Smith's work, reviewed his products, Retro Blasting, Analog Toys, GQ Jedi, and I can really only agree with what those guys say. This stuff is awesome. I'm a long-time collector of Star Wars action figures, and this stuff just looks great on my shelf. Just real quick, you can see the Stand Solo Bantha box in the background. Here is the Stand Solo Bantha next to the Rancor. It just looks fantastic. So again, I'll put the link to Stand Solo Creations in this video. Thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, guys.